So at some other stage during your install you may run into some type of problems. So basically what we would do is we do a basic troubleshoot. So what we use in this instance is a multimeter, and what we would start doing is we would start at battery 1, measuring all our way up to where the inverter is. So if I measure battery 1, it gives me a reading there of 26.24, which is 100% correct. The flat of this is 25.6 is the nominal, so this battery is practically full. I then move on to battery 2, which is giving me 26.27, which also means that these batteries are pretty close to each other, so they are pretty charged. So then I know that my batteries are within range, they're pretty charged, I know that the batteries are fine. So we basically now have tested both batteries. So now what we will do is we want to measure firstly before the BMS to see if the battery voltage is correct in series. So we're going to measure before the BMS, which is on B minus. We would actually put the neutral, and then we would actually take this cable over here to B plus, which is down here, and that should give us a reading of exactly double the battery, which is 52.3 volts. So we know that the voltage up to the beginning of the BMS is 52.3, so there is current to the BMS. Now to check if the BMS, because at some stage your lights might not be shining, to check if the BMS is actually operating, what we would do is open up the P minus, which is actually going to the load. We would then put that on there, and we would put that on the battery down at the bottom, and that should give us also 52.3, which means that the BMS is actually open, the relay is open, and the BMS is operating. If you get a voltage of 22 on that point, it basically means that the BMS has switched off and there's only a nominal going through the fuse board.